I'm going to stop there. It's a novelization of my experiences with Quentin Tarantino on the psychic frontier. There is no daughter, right? That's all just fucked up mind games that Quentin wants to play with me, right? He wanted to humiliate me so much that I would say, oh gosh, death is better, bang, right? But what he didn't expect was for me to turn it all on him, right? That's what this vision board represents, right? So that inevitably he admitted, I have no daughter. Everything that I've been telling you is bullshit. Like there's no girl who's torturing you, who's fucking other men and thinking about you, right? Again, that's like apex evil, right? It doesn't get any uglier than that. To say, oh, I love this man, I want to create this psychic connection with him, then I want to torture him with my mind to make him miserable. That's, right? So again, right, what does that say? What does that say about Quentin, right? And this is why I mentioned his father-in-law, right? Sitka Pick, the maestro, famous guy, Daniela, right? She's nepotism, right? She's a Tel Aviv Mouseketeer, right? So fine, so pretty. Why do you think he married her? Why do you think he never married someone in the U.S.? Right? Is it because he's sick and into a bunch of depraved, fucked up shit? Right? But that's a fine witch he's got. Right? She's down to pound. Right? And we all know each other perfectly well. Right? Right? But my point is that if he's prepared to debase his father-in-law's immortal soul for sorcery, of course he doesn't give a fuck about what I say about his daughter. Right? Because he can always say, oh, she's a little girl, he's insane. Right? And so what I'm saying is that it's time to elevate our understanding. Right? It's time to liberate ourselves from the shackles of ignorance. Right? And say that everything that I mentioned in my first essay on magic, right, is palpably true. I'm living it. Right? That you can project voices, right? You can corrupt the memories of people in their minds if you're an adept, right? And this is right, and these are the games that he plays. He plays fucked up mind games, right? The movies is neither here nor there, right? The reason that he got his money, right? The reason that he ran amok on the industry for all these decades, right, is not because he's a great writer, though he is a great writer. I don't diminish that in any way, right? It's because, right, he knows what time it is, right? And so you can meditate, right, and be close to God, right? And that's like one side of the argument, right? And you can heal the sick, right? And you can know, right, that infinite complex lattice, right, is the conscious field which is in your mind and be connected to everything, right? And then on the other side of that is pure mechanistic force of expressions of will and intention and desire, right? And so Quentin got everything that he wanted, right, because he cast fucked up sorcerer spells on everyone involved in his life forever. That's what he's been doing all these decades. That's why I came into his life, right? You think it's a coincidence that this is the first letter that I've written to someone? Right? You think that, right? You see the board, right? You hear what I'm saying, right? That I'm here to hold him accountable. That's the point, right? That God the Father sees all, right? Quentin has no dominion over God, right? And so when he stuck his nose up in my letter and he turned his back on my letter, right? God told me, because I'm wise and I understand, that this is an exercise in power. That he doesn't see you as an equal. He expects you to bark like a dog. And I said, no, you're good. You're good. My mind, my rules. You don't want to take my letter, right? Oh, you want to play this bullshit game all the way through. You lose. Right? Money's bullshit. Right? And so, I suppose I'll stop. I know I've been going a long time.